was that first half like defensively with what they were doing at home?
They came out ready to go. We weren't. They hit us in the mouth. We weren't able to execute when on one-on-ones, and they were the better team tonight.
And then what flipped at halftime for you guys?
Really just calming down, keeping our composure, and just going back to our details and just winning our one-on-ones. But we didn't have enough time to finish.
Right.
Thanks to both of you guys. What was the message in that second half as you guys were battling that comeback?
We've been in this situation before. We knew what we had to do. It's all at the end of the day. It's all about how we respond. Whenever our backs are against the wall, and we just came out, ready to play for each other. And that was the mindset, coming out of the second half.
Yeah, just like Sam said, we've been in a situation like that before. So, there was no doubt, in our minds in the locker room that we were going to be able to go and finish that game.
Terry.
In the first half, you get a little traction, but in the second half, you got a lot of traction. What was the difference in the second half and the first half?
I would just say, my opportunities just came, in the second half. But, it's just more of just an offense in general, just kind of, going out there doing my job, and then if the ball comes to me, great. If not, I'm still going to do whatever I can, to help the team be productive.
Sam.
Just for both of y'all, but how frustrating is that two of your losses this season have come due to late penalties?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
It hurts, especially since the late penalty was mine. That's going to sit on my mind for a while. But that's just a mistake I can't make at that point of the game. I'm gonna learn from it. Keep my head up and keep moving forward.
Yeah, what he said.
Both of you guys wouldn't mind just share your thoughts on just the emotions, knowing the ramifications of this potentially on the big picture goals that you guys wrapped in this season.
At the end of the day, with the way college football is, this thing can go either way. You know what I'm saying? We got to come out ready to go this next week, ready to practice, keep the main thing, be ready to go. Because at the end of the day, anything can happen, in college football. And, we just got to keep finding ways to get better, just growing each and every day.
Anyone else? In the back, Colin.
This is for Brady. Brady, how do you what do you say to Cortez, man? I mean, after that drop at the end, a guy like that with so much experience, how did you guys kind of rally behind him?
Yeah, Tez is awesome. Coming in, I've been able to learn a lot from him. And his locker is by mine, the locker room. So we talk every day. And we've been able to build a good relationship. So a guy like that who's been playing a lot more ball than me, I just try to pick his brain and learn as much as I can.